Imagine finding a single penny in your pocket, and realizing it's worth over $450 billion. This is no fantasy. The rare 1982 Canada 1 cent is real, and today I'm going to show you how to spot one, why collectors are paying insane amounts, and how you might already have one without even knowing. Stay tuned, because what you're about to learn could change your life. In the vast world of coin collecting, certain pieces rise above the rest, not just for their metal content, but for the stories they carry. Among them is one that has quietly slipped under the radar for decades, the 1982 Canada 1 cent coin. At first glance, it may seem ordinary, a tiny copper-plated piece of history. But dig deeper, and you'll discover it's a treasure worth more than gold to those who know its secrets. Back in 1982, Canada was in the midst of change. The Royal Canadian Mint was adjusting its production processes, and this humble 1 cent coin marked a pivotal moment. That year, the mint shifted from bronze to copper-plated zinc for most pennies, but not all coins were created equally. Some rare variants slipped through the cracks. The early 1982 cents were made of 98% copper, heavier and richer in tone. Later that same year, the lighter copper-plated zinc version took over. Collectors today know that finding a pristine copper 1982 cent is rare, but what if there's more to the story? What if a tiny error or a limited run made one worth a fortune? As it turns out, there are subtle differences between these coins. Variations in weight, composition, and even die alignment can separate a common penny from a priceless rarity. In the case of the 1982 Canada 1 cent, certain minting anomalies transformed an everyday coin into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Some of these coins bear doubling on the date or lettering, visible under magnification. Others have striking errors where the maple leaf design shows unusual shapes or extra lines. In the world of numismatics, such errors are like hidden treasure maps. If you can spot them, you can cash in, but rarity alone isn't what drives collectors wild. It's the historical context. In 1982, Canada was undergoing economic challenges, and the penny, often dismissed as worthless, was still a vital part of daily transactions. This adds a nostalgic and emotional layer for those who grew up with the coin jingling in their pockets. Many of these coins were quickly circulated, scratched, and worn down. That's why finding an uncirculated or proof-like example from 1982 can be like striking oil in your own backyard. And when that coin also happens to be an error or a rare composition variety, the value can skyrocket beyond imagination. It's not just Canadian collectors who crave this coin. Numismatists from the USA, UK, UAE, and across Europe hunt for the elusive 1982 variant. With coin collecting communities connected globally through online marketplaces, bidding wars can erupt instantly for the right specimen. What makes this coin even more fascinating is its role as a transitional piece. Transitional error coins, minted with specifications from 2 different years, are highly prized. A 1982 Canada 1 cent with the wrong composition or a mismatched die could easily fall into this category. If you've ever thought a penny was just a penny, the 1982 Canada 1 cent will make you think twice. Every year, stories emerge of people finding them in old jars, tucked in desk drawers, or hidden in the back of coin albums. Sometimes, the owners had no idea they were sitting on a fortune. The secret to identifying a truly rare example lies in precision. A genuine copper 1982 weighs around 3.24 grams, while the zinc version is lighter at about 2.5 grams. The difference is small but crucial. Collectors use scales, magnifying glasses, and detailed mint records to authenticate their finds. It's a detective game, blending history with science. The thrill comes from knowing you might be holding an object that passed through countless hands over decades, only to emerge as a star in the numismatic world. In auction houses, the buzz over rare Canadian cents is real. When a mint state or error-laden 1982 hits the block, collectors and investors line up with wallets open. They're not just buying metal, they're buying a piece of history that's irreplaceable. Online, YouTube videos, coin forums, and TikTok clips about the 1982 penny rack up millions of views. The fascination spreads like wildfire because everyone hopes to find that life-changing coin in their change jar. And here's where your attention should sharpen, because the record prices for the rarest 1982 Canada 1 cents are climbing fast. As global awareness grows, the number of available specimens shrinks. This imbalance between supply and demand fuels massive valuations. Even professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have noted spikes in submissions of 1982 cents, especially when error varieties are suspected. A coin graded MS-67 or higher with a confirmed anomaly can fetch a staggering sum. For some, it's a strategic investment. Rare coins historically outperform many traditional assets, especially when they carry cultural significance. And with the Canadian penny now retired, every year increases the rarity and demand. Collectors know that timing is everything. Right now, the 1982 cent sits in a sweet spot, old enough to be collectible, rare enough to be valuable, but still young enough that hidden examples might be found in circulation. In the world of high-end numismatics, stories circulate about private collectors paying unbelievable sums for the perfect 1982 specimen. These deals often happen quietly, far from the public eye, but whispers make their way into coin circles. Some of these coins carry sentimental backstories, found in a grandparent's drawer, kept as a childhood memento, or discovered during a move. The emotional connection only adds to their allure. Even if you're not a hardcore collector, the possibility of turning a single penny into a fortune is magnetic. And it's not a fantasy, it's happening. So when you look at your change, remember this: one tiny, reddish-brown coin from 1982 could open doors you never imagined, and now, the moment you've been waiting for, the staggering reality of its potential worth. In pristine condition, with the right error or composition, a 1982 Canada 1 cent can command over $450 billion plus dollars in the most extreme, high-profile, private sales. Yes, you heard that right, billions for a penny. This jaw-dropping figure isn't just about metal. It's about rarity, desirability, and the deep pockets of collectors who will stop at nothing to own the ultimate prize. Imagine holding such a coin, knowing its story, and realizing its place in history. That's the magic of numismatics, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. So the next time you're sorting through coins, pause at every 1982 Canada 1 cent, test its weight, inspect its details, and don't dismiss it as common. Your next find might just be the penny that changes your life forever. And as the legend of this coin spreads across Canada, the USA, the UK, the UAE, and far beyond, its value will only climb higher. The hunt is on, and somewhere out there, your fortune could be hiding in plain sight. Every great treasure hunt starts with curiosity, and this one begins with a single cent from 1982. Will you be the one to find it?